majestic, intelligent, and awe-inspiring. Picture yourself in Shamu Stadium at SeaWorld Orlando, the Florida sun shining, anticipation buzzing in the air. The Orca encounter isn't just a show, it's a chance to connect with these incredible animals and learn about their lives. The stadium pulses with excitement as families settle into the soak zone, laughter echoing, all eyes on the sparkling pool. Music swells, the crowd hushes, and suddenly, a sleek black and white form glides through the water. The orcas make their entrance, their power and grace on full display. Seeing them up close is breathtaking. These are apex predators, yet deeply social and intelligent beings. Large screens show orcas in the wild, from icy Antarctic waters to the Pacific Northwest, revealing their true nature. We discover that killer whale is a misnomer. These animals are complex, social, and highly intelligent. The orca encounter is designed to educate and inspire, breaking down myths and building respect for these ocean giants. Today, the orcas themselves are our teachers, inviting us into their world. At the heart of the orca encounter are the orcas themselves, each with a unique personality and story. Trainers introduce us to individuals like Malia and Trua, helping us see them as more than just animals. We learn about their lineage, quirks, and favorite activities, forging a personal connection. The relationship between trainers and orcas is built on trust and positive reinforcement, not dominance. When an orca demonstrates a natural behavior, it's rewarded with fish, treats, or affection. This partnership allows for safe, enriching interactions and showcases the orca's intelligence. Orcas have the second largest brains among marine mammals, displaying problem-solving, communication, and even culture. The show highlights how wild orca pods have unique dialects and hunting strategies, passed down through generations. Here we see orcas respond to hand signals and cues, demonstrating their ability to learn and cooperate. Every behavior on display is rooted in what orcas do in the wild, giving us a window into their remarkable lives. The bond between trainers and orcas is the soul of the orca encounter. Trainers spend countless hours building trust, ensuring every interaction is positive and enriching. This trust enables incredible collaboration. Trainers cue behaviors from across the pool, and orcas respond with precision. Positive reinforcement encourages orcas to participate in their own healthcare, like presenting a tail fluke for a blood sample. These cooperative behaviors are vital for veterinary care and reflect the deep connection between human and animal. The encounter is famous for its breathtaking displays, massive breaches, powerful tail splashes, and synchronized leaps. These moments showcase the orca's athleticism and spirit, thrilling the audience and drenching the soak zone. The grand finale features orcas soaring in harmony, leaving the crowd in awe. As trainers and orcas take a final bow, there's a palpable sense of connection and gratitude in the stadium. The experience leaves visitors with a newfound appreciation for these magnificent creatures. The orca encounter is more than a spectacle, it's a bridge to the wild. We learn about different orca ecotypes, their migration routes, and complex hunting techniques. The show highlights threats facing orcas: plastic pollution, chemical runoff, and overfishing. SeaWorld empowers guests to help protect the oceans, emphasizing that our actions matter. Conservation is at the core. SeaWorld's rescue team has aided over 41,000 animals, sharing inspiring stories of rehabilitation and release. Orcas at SeaWorld serve as ambassadors, helping fund and inform vital research. Insights from their care have advanced our understanding of orca health, reproduction, and behavior. This knowledge is shared with scientists worldwide to aid conservation efforts. The orcas inspire action and contribute directly to the survival of their species. Through education and research, the orca encounter helps ensure a future for wild orcas. The conversation around orcas in human care has evolved, and so has SeaWorld. The end of orca breeding and the shift to educational encounters reflect a commitment to animal welfare. Behind the scenes, orcas receive world-class care, enrichment, and nutrition in state-of-the-art habitats. The true legacy of the orca encounter is its emotional impact, especially for children seeing an orca up close for the first time. This experience transforms orcas from abstract creatures into beings worthy of admiration and protection. The encounter sparks a lifelong love for the ocean and a desire to conserve it. We're reminded of our responsibility to protect the natural world and make choices that support a healthier ocean. As you leave the stadium, you carry a renewed sense of wonder and a commitment to safeguarding our blue planet. The orca encounter is more than a show. It's a call to action for a brighter, more connected future. The show is about to begin with a roar, a crescendo of anticipation building in the crowd. The crowd cheers wildly as a massive, sleek black and white body launches with incredible power from the turquoise water, momentarily defying gravity. It's a breathtaking display of raw strength and agility. Trainers smile reassuringly and give practice signals, their movements precise and deliberate. Orcas gracefully slide onto platforms, waving their pectoral fins in a seemingly playful gesture, engaging the audience. To families, especially the wide-eyed children, this feels like pure magic, a rare and unforgettable connection with the wonders of nature. But behind the captivating facade, it's a carefully crafted spectacle, a meticulously planned performance. It's designed to inspire awe and wonder, yes, but also to sell merchandise, perpetuating a cycle of entertainment and commerce. Behind the scenes, far from the cheering crowds and dazzling lights, a different world silently exists, a world the audience never sees, a reality carefully shielded from view. When the music finally fades and the stadium empties, the reality of the Orcas' lives truly begins, a stark contrast to the vibrant performance they just delivered. Concrete pools, offering limited space and stimulation, replace the vastness and complexity of the open ocean. Social bonds, naturally formed over years and generations, are fractured and artificially reformed in this confined and unnatural environment. Trainers' smiles, though genuine at times, sometimes mask a deep and growing concern for the well-being of the animals, and even for their own safety, within these unpredictable interactions. The truth, when examined closely, is far more complicated, nuanced, and often troubling than the simplistic and happy narrative carefully presented during the captivating show. The Orcas' lives, once defined by instinct and freedom, are now rigidly governed by strict routines and schedules, feeding times, repetitive training sessions, and regular medical checks to maintain their health within this artificial environment. Every single pound of fish is meticulously weighed and recorded, and every interaction with the orcas is carefully logged and documented. The water, essential for their survival, is constantly filtered and chemically treated, a pale and inadequate substitute for the dynamic and living ocean they were born to inhabit. The carefully constructed illusion of a natural habitat quickly dissolves upon closer inspection, revealing the cold and sterile reality of a concrete enclosure. The magnificent whales you see leaping and performing for the cheering crowd are often the very same whales who, in the quiet hours away from the spotlight, float listlessly or exhibit disturbing stress behaviors, a sign of their psychological distress. The business model depends heavily on carefully maintaining the illusion of well-being, skillfully hiding the profound psychological toll that captivity takes on these intelligent and sensitive creatures. To truly understand these complex and magnificent animals, we must be willing to look past the captivating splash and delve deep into the hidden depths of their captive world, acknowledging the full scope of their existence. Meet the individuals, each with their own story etched in the confines of captivity. Each orca has a name, a carefully chosen identifier in a world that often blurs the lines between nature and artifice. A history shaped by both instinct and the interventions of human care, and a personality molded by their unique experiences within these artificial environments. Malia was born at SeaWorld Orlando in 2007, a life entirely within the park's ecosystem, never knowing the ocean, its vastness, its currents, its mysteries. Her life is shaped by relationships within concrete walls, a social landscape both intimate and constrained. Learning the rules of a captive social structure, a complex hierarchy dictated by proximity and circumstance. Trua, born in 2005, a young male navigating the intricacies of orca society in captivity, was separated from his mother at age 4, a disruption that would resonate throughout his life. A devastating event for a species with lifelong family bonds, a bond severed prematurely. Katina, the matriarch, a figure of strength and resilience within the SeaWorld community, was captured from Iceland in 1978 as a calf, a relic of a bygone era of wild captures. She's given birth to 7 calves, each birth a moment of hope and continuity within the captive population, not all of whom survived, a stark reminder of the challenges of raising orcas in an artificial environment. Her story is one of adaptation and endurance, a testament to the orca's remarkable ability to adjust to changing circumstances. Navigating a world of whales from different backgrounds forced together, a melting pot of personalities and histories. Nalani, born in 2006, a product of the SeaWorld breeding program. is the product of inbreeding, a consequence of the limited genetic diversity within the captive population. A consequence of the limited gene pool in captivity, highlighting the challenges of maintaining healthy populations in a closed environment. She's known for her gentle nature, often featured in shows, showcasing her intelligence and trainability. These stories highlight the reality, the complex and often challenging lives of orcas in captivity. For most of SeaWorld's orcas, they are products of a captive breeding program, not wild-caught, their destinies predetermined from birth. They are a generation born into pools and routines, their lives structured by the demands of performance and care. A world far removed from the ocean, a pale imitation of their natural habitat. Their lives are the legacy of a controversial experiment, one that continues to spark debate and ethical scrutiny. The bonds, losses, and challenges, the emotional tapestry of their lives, are amplified within the confines of captivity. They face are unique to captivity, shaped by the limitations and artificiality of their environment. Each orca's story is a testament to resilience, their ability to adapt and thrive despite the challenges they face, but also to the cost of entertainment, the sacrifices made in the name of human amusement. They're not just performers, trained to execute tricks and routines for an audience. They are individuals shaped by a world they never chose, their lives a constant negotiation between instinct and artifice. Their existence is a reminder, a constant prompt to consider the ethical implications of keeping these magnificent creatures in captivity. Of the ethical questions at the heart of captivity, the balance between entertainment, education, and animal welfare. The legacy of these whales is written in concrete, a physical manifestation of their confined existence, not saltwater, a constant reminder of the natural world they are missing. Orcas have one of the most sophisticated brains in the animal kingdom. In the wild, their intelligence is used to navigate vast territories, coordinate hunts, and maintain lifelong social bonds. Captivity strips away the essence of what it means to be an orca. In tanks, their world shrinks to a fraction of their natural range. The acoustic environment is a nightmare. Calls bounce off concrete, creating a maddening echo. Wild orca pods are matrilineal, with offspring staying with mothers for life. Captivity shatters these bonds. Calves are often separated for management purposes. Artificial pods mix unrelated whales, leading to chronic stress and aggression. Many captive orcas show signs of psychological distress, floating listlessly, chewing on concrete, self-harm. Collapsed dorsal fins, common in captivity, are rare in the wild, a stark symbol of the toll of confinement. The emotional and physical consequences are visible every day. Captivity changes everything for these intelligent social animals. SeaWorld's training program, at its core, relies heavily on operant conditioning, a method rooted in behavioral psychology. This involves rewarding whales with food, primarily fish, or offering toys and other forms of enrichment for correct behaviors, reinforcing the desired actions. There's a strict avoidance of punishment. Instead, food serves as a powerful motivator, shaping their behavior through positive reinforcement. However, the relationship is fundamentally built on control, on directing the whale's actions, rather than fostering a true partnership. Whales perform complex behaviors and tricks to receive their daily fish, their primary source of sustenance, creating a state of dependency on the trainers and the established routine. Orcas are highly intelligent and emotional creatures. They possess complex social structures and individual personalities. As such, they don't always cooperate, and their behavior can be unpredictable. Trainers must be adept at reading subtle cues and body language from these multi-ton predators. Understanding their moods and intentions is crucial. A misreading of these cues can be dangerous, potentially leading to serious incidents. The illusion of control, carefully cultivated through training, can shatter in an instant, revealing the inherent risks. Training extends beyond just preparing for shows and performances. It's an essential component of their medical care, enabling vital procedures. For instance, whales are meticulously taught to present their tail flukes for blood draws, to lie still during comprehensive physical examinations, and to voluntarily open their mouths for thorough dental checks. These trained behaviors are crucial in helping to maintain their overall health and well-being, but they also inadvertently reinforce their dependency on humans and the captive environment. The training system is undeniably efficient and structured, but it's fundamentally built on the whale's inherent need for food and the predictability of a consistent routine. Even training that is intended to be beneficial is inevitably shaped and limited by the inherent constraints of captivity. The potential for risks and unforeseen incidents are ever present, posing a threat to both the whales and the trainers who work closely with them. The captivating spectacle of the shows depends on a delicate and precarious balance of trust, control, and the perceived necessity of these practices within the confines of captivity. Behind every seemingly effortless performance lies a complex and sometimes perilous relationship, fraught with ethical considerations. The harmony between trainers and orcas is an illusion. History is filled with violent incidents. Early warnings came in the 1970s with trainers grabbed and held underwater. At SeaWorld, serious injuries and near drownings have occurred, despite protocol changes. The most infamous case, Dawn Brancheau's death in 2010, killed by Tilikum, a whale with a history of aggression. Her death forced a public reckoning and led to new safety rules. Trainers no longer enter the water during shows. The root cause remains the stress and unpredictability of captivity. These incidents remind us that orcas, no matter how trained, remain wild at heart. SeaWorld's veterinary care is state-of-the-art, with full-service hospitals and advanced diagnostics. Whales are trained for voluntary medical procedures, reducing stress during exams. Pools are engineered for cleanliness, with constant filtration and precise chemical balance. Despite this, captivity brings unique health problems. Dental issues from chewing concrete, infections, and collapsed dorsal fins. Many problems are direct results of confinement and boredom. Veterinary teams work tirelessly to manage these issues, often extending lifespans, but the care is focused on treating problems captivity creates. The paradox impressive medicine is used to address unnatural ailments. The question remains, does a long, managed life in a tank compare to freedom in the wild? Technology can't replace the ocean. Katina's journey began in Iceland's wild waters, but captivity changed everything. Captured as a calf, she became the cornerstone of SeaWorld's breeding program. She gave birth to 7 calves, but many were moved away or died young. In the wild, she'd have kept her family for life. In captivity, loss is routine. Each separation brought visible grief. Katina has spent over 4 decades in tanks, far longer than in the ocean. Her body bears the marks, collapsed dorsal fin, worn teeth. Her story mirrors SeaWorld's survival, adaptation, and the high price of entertainment. She is a symbol of resilience but also of captivity's cost. Her kingdom is concrete and chlorinated water. The ocean is a memory she can never return to. After the show's end, the real drama unfolds in the holding pools. SeaWorld's artificial pods mix whales from different backgrounds, creating unstable social hierarchies. Aggression is common. Rake marks and injuries are evidence of constant conflict. In tanks, there's no escape for the less dominant whales, leading to chronic stress. Yet, genuine bonds also form. Friendships, sibling ties, and maternal care persist. These moments show the orca's deep social nature, even in captivity. Trainers monitor social dynamics closely, as conflicts can impact safety in shows. The quiet hours reveal the true emotional state of the pod. In captivity, orcas create family where they can, but the cost is high. The debate over orca captivity is fierce. SeaWorld claims their parks inspire conservation and support research and rescue. Critics argue the harm of confinement outweighs any benefit. Captive breeding doesn't help wild populations. The Blackfish documentary galvanized opposition, highlighting the cruelty of life in a tank. Some propose seaside sanctuaries as a compromise. Ocean bays where orcas can live more naturally, with human care. The core question, what do we owe these animals? As our understanding of orca intelligence grows, the ethical case against captivity strengthens. The future of orcas in parks hangs in the balance of this ongoing moral conversation.